Check me out now. Return of the smooth operator. Shotty on repeat. I say sleep later. This another favor. Consider me your neighbor. Lost a lot of fam in pursuit of the paper. She gon' catch the vapors when we slide by. The way I speak my mind, it's like I peak my prime, but I ain't close. I cruise through the night air. Fantasy a dream. Real world is a nightmare. Like Claire battling the brainless. Learn to live shameless. Talk about me a lot, but claim that I'm nameless. You aimless. So I'ma style on them. They washed up. It's a rap. Throw the towel on them. Gaining miles on them. Otakus for the win. Tacos, it depend on the mood that I'm in. Like Finn when it's time for adventure. This some new blue. Get ready to enter my mind for a few. Come and take a ride with the crew. I'ma show you how to recoup days lost when you vibe with the blue. Come vibe with the blue. Yeah. About time to regroup. Fly, got my eyes on the view. Never hear lies, only truth. Realize why they vibe with the blue. 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 Vibe with the vibe with the sky. Wait, you know the rest. I'm blessed. I see you frontin' like you ain't impressed, but I still get requests. I'm playing Zelda on the GameCube. I quit spamming my music. Don't ever try forcing the links. That's a high rule. The wind waker, Mother Nature on my side too, controlling the elements. Go and check my avatar. I'm arrows ahead. Get the point moving forward. The battle scars accumulated over time are reminders of what I went through as a miner. Made me a grinder. The trees broke down for this loose leaf. If life's a game of death, I'm Bruce Lee. Ooh wee. Lose sleep on the regular, trying to get this word out. Then I crash Nebula. Wish I had a very odd parent, maybe two, but it's cool. Everybody pays dues. Now it's time to make moves. Granny didn't raise me to lose. Think I'm in the mood for a cruise. Wanna ride? Come and vibe with the blue. Come 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 vibe with the. Check this out, y'all. I'm back spazzing like the elderly. Worth of my cousin Beverly. Never swear away from the truth. Just ask Heather. Be weather, be tripping. Starting to look control like our destiny. Always give you the best of me until the death of me. My weaponry is a paintbrush. Hush, don't tell my secret. They get a hold of it. If you leak it, get it. It's cool. Got you covered though, look. But let me get back to that cool-ish, loose-ish. Why they still lying? They don't do this. Bad at board games. Whole world clueless. Selling they soul for Roof Chris. Who's this honored fella? Need a slice, extra mozzarella. Crew fly, let God propellers. Humanity born like they don't trust fun. Why you dodge to tell her? You don't know, but my odds are better. Life's a gamble. Depending on who holding the cards. You can start living at large or it's bon voyage. Charge it to the game. Me and you ain't the same. I'm thinking bigger pictures. Why you still shrinking the frame? Ever blink in the rain? It helps when your eyes dry. Mob with the bright minds. Think you funny, wise guy? Midnight marauder with a new tribe. Tired of the fake. Come and vibe with the blue sky. Come vibe with the blue sky. Why do you try? We get them high. Take them high. What I do? Come vibe with the blue. Yeah. Come vibe with the blue. Pass what up? Vibe with the.
Motherfucker, are you out of your damn mind?
I have seen everything that has ever happened, ever will happen, ever could happen, and yet, what the hell is this?
Are you ready?
Word to wise, grass only greener when it's fertilized. Gave them truth in these songs, they prefer to lies. Destiny beautiful, adrift in her purple lies. You can't see me, you Stevie, wondering how I reach more evolutions than Evie and make it look easy. Man, dream on, yeah. Dream on, dream weaver.
What is up, Earth's mightiest subscribers? It's your boy Ernie, Blerd Without Fear. Got the homie Carter presents. Welcome to episode 256 of the Blerd Cave, the #1 comic book news stream on this or any other Earth in the multiverse, which you can also find on Spotify. You can find us on Amazon, Google, Timbuktu, pretty much anywhere podcast may be found. If I seem a little bit tired, because I literally just ran all the way back from my kitchen to here because it was time. We got a couple of we have a little bit of housekeeping, that we got to do before we actually get into the festivities proper. First and foremost, we have a stream after the stream. Yeah, y'all didn't know about that. Or maybe you did if you have notifications turned on. You probably know about that. We're gonna have a stream after the stream. And you're probably wondering, only a crazy person would do this. And you're right. I am a crazy person. It is okay. I have problems, and it is totally the type of thing that I would do is so on brand that it is not even a little bit funny. But that said, what's going to be going on is yours truly, is going to be doing a charity Fortnite stream with a lot of people you probably already are familiar with. First and foremost among them, being Comic Drake. I believe Sal from Comic Pop will be there. I know Comic Tropes, bunch of other people. I'm blanking on a lot of names. I would have to pull up the Discord to be able to remember every last single one of them. But Matt Draper. Matt Draper's going to be there. There's also going to be, who else? Michaela J. Laird is going to be there. Brown Table. I believe Amazing PSM is going to be there. Nando versus, Movies is going to be there, if I'm not mistaken. Going to be a lot of people. It's going to be a lot of people. Like I said, it's more people than I can comfortably name. And I will be teamed up with one of the comic book commentator peoples from over on the TikTok side of things, the Actorbat. We are going to be going ham on these people. We're going to totally, sweep the whole table. It's not gonna be a problem. It's what we're gonna do. It's what we're built to do. But if you have the mind to want to go check that out. It's going to be starting almost immediately after stream. We're actually going to try and wrap this up pretty early by Blerd Cave standards. But this is going to be the deal right here. So make sure you go check it out. I will be there doing the thing. And yeah, it's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. It'll be great. It will be fantastic. You look like you're confused.
Is that you not holding a pistol?
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. Hey, and the Connor Hawk over there on the Twitch side, hooking us up with them biddies. Speaking of, it's funny you mentioned that. So we're talking about things here, and I feel even more gross bringing this up after a charity stream, or after promoting a charity stream. But Connor just reminded me, because that's what our good audience does. Also, they dropped 100 biddies on us earlier and 50 biddies earlier. Damn, just hooking us up, man. Just hooking us up left and right. But what I'm going to share is a little something that is it's actually in the description for every stream going forward, but also it is in it's not on the Twitch side not yet. I actually need to add it to the Twitch side. We are going to be doing something a little bit different. going forward. We actually started this on Nerds of Culture this week, and it's something that we're going to be doing for both Nerds of Culture and Blerd Cave going forward. Is that and I want to make sure I preface all this by saying, if you want to support the channel, do it however you choose. I'm not here to tell you how to do it or which way to do it, but I'm going to give you some options on how to do it. So for those that don't know, and I want to make it very clear here, we love super chats. We love them. We love them here. However, super chats, we don't get all of that. Like 30% of that super chat goes to Google. I know, weird. That said, on the Twitch side of things, 50% of that goes to Jeff Bezos. That goes right into Jeff Bezos' back pocket. So, to kind of get around all that, we've set up something different. And I'm going to share it with you here. It is a Streamlabs link that if you are on the YouTube side of things, you can go here to, or you can go to that link in the description of the stream, and you can donate that way. Or if you are a mad lad and you are over on the Twitch side of things, you can donate. And I'm going to put the link for those on the Twitch side are wondering, like, well, I don't see the link. Well, you're about to see the link here in just a moment. I'm gonna try and remember to set the bot up to where like it'll put the link in there if you put like exclamation donate. I'm lazy.
For everybody that's going to be listening on the podcast side of things, I'm going to put it in the description of this week's episode of The Cave when it goes live. For a lot of you, because there were like several hundred of you all that came into my Twitch streams last week, which I gotta thank you for that. But what Ernie is referring to is something that I was telling you all that I was attempting to do several times. That's why if you go to my streams, you see exclamation point no subs in my stream, because I don't want them. Because it's like I told you all during those streams, is when you all are supporting me, or you all are supporting Ernie, or you all are supporting me and Ernie, you're doing it to support us, not other people, us. So to know that when you all would give us like LP3 right here with the 5 saying, just want to wish everyone a happy and safe Memorial weekend. Thank you. I didn't even realize that was a thing, that I was going to have a 3-day weekend off from work. So y'all might get another goddamn stream out of me today. But with that 5, we ain't getting all that.
No.
So that's constantly what I have been telling you all on Twitch side of things. I knew that this was coming as well, which is a great option. So again, you all can support it however you want to support it, but if you want to 100% support us and not have it go to other entities when you only did it to support us, you have options now.
Yes,
you have options.
Yes, you have all the options now.
Yeah, and it's not a thing to where because I did see some people were confused when they were asking the questions about it on the Twitch side, like, would I have a certain amount that I would have to? And it's just like, no, it's how you've been doing it normally. It's just now all of it go to the person you want it to, as opposed to some of it.
The only thing that's different this time around is that like there is a minimum that you can donate. I made it where you can like the lowest you could donate is $1, because I think like on here it's like 99 cents, which I think is weird. Actually, I think it's even lower than that. But I was like, let's just eliminate that, and we'll just make it $1. $1 is the lowest you can. And then you can, if you want to donate more than that, there's like some, I think if you go, like when you go to it, there are like some different, like kind of like pre-setup ones, but you can donate whatever you want. Like you can donate whatever amount you want. It doesn't matter which one you actually wish or choose to do. But that said, yes, Carter over here looking like early 2000s backup dancer for Missy Elliott with the 100 biddies. Man, look at it, man, out here. Man, look at it. It's funny too, because you say that, but I actually had stumbled across a video on Twitter the other day, and it was Missy Elliott retweeting Nelly Furtado, and when they did the Get Your Freak On like acoustic performance like from a while ago. Or maybe it was recent. I don't know. Who knows? Anyway.
So okay, real quick, this is a Ernie question because I know on Twitch it's completely different from YouTube. LP3 is asking, do the Streamlabs donations operate like a super chat, or will it just notify you behind the scenes? Now on Twitch,
go ahead.
You all can see it. I just don't know. And now YouTube, I don't think it'll be in the chat, but it might be on the screen somewhere in my face.
It will not be in the okay, so it won't be on the chat on YouTube. However, it will show up on the stream, and I will also so here's the other thing. I will also be actively going to the page where those things show up, and I will be answering them there. So you will still like it'll still show up on the stream, and there'll even be notifications for it. But yeah, it's my way of kind of doing it just a little bit differently. It'll be a little bit different. And we also got let's see here. Carter still has his binder full of PS1 discs.
I fucking wish, man. I was saying this on my stream, but now that I have this capture card and know how it works, I really regret. Well, it's two things. I really regret not moving back to Memphis last year, like was the plan, Ernie, because
I mean, you know.
Well, it was the only reason I say that is just because you know that I sold everything I couldn't take on a plane, PS3 and everything. So now that I got this capture card, Ernie, I miss my PS3, man. I had a lot of games in my backlog I could have knocked out, dog.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I feel you. I think I still have a lot of my PS3 games.
Yeah, but no, I never had the PS1. I never had the binder. I had the Xbox 360 binder for the bootleg 360.
This guy.
This
guy. Which also, yeah, by the way, I do want to say, I know we answered this earlier, but I do want to say that I actually forgot. So I learned it was gonna be Memorial Day weekend. I set up a interview for Memorial Day. And I didn't realize until I was like, okay. Like, 'cause I don't think about holidays really. Not federal holidays. Unless it's something specific. I usually think about Memorial Day, but at the same time, it was just it wasn't in the forefront of my mind. I was like, oh, it's another week until that. And I was like, oh shit, no, it's actually this week. So that's the thing that happened.
Y2 Noob just said something that you tripped out of this week. He's saying that Carter tired of those gas prices. Boy, you have no idea.
He most certainly is.
I sent Ernie a picture of me filling up my tank. And he's I like when them hood moments come out when you just y'all know what I'm talking about. When those hood moments come out because something just completely catches you off guard.
You revert back to an earlier state.
Yeah, so the reaction is just pure. That was funny. That made me less mad at how much I had just spent on filling my tank up.
Oh my god. Nah, I was mad for you if you weren't mad. I was mad for you. Let's see. Let's see. We got another thing here, I think. Oh no, we're caught up. We are caught up. I think, as far as I'm aware, I think that I think we actually go ahead and get into our shit. I'm pulling up because earlier I mentioned that I was gonna have the thing pulled up where I can see recent events, this, that, and the third, so on, so on, so on, and so on and so forth. Actually making sure I actually have it up here, but yeah, let's answer this one. We'll say I think Blade is possessed by the very first vampire, Varney. And King before Dracula from Atlantis before it sunk. Remember him? Vaguely. It's not something that I committed to memory. But I'm pretty sure. Look, some of you probably saw my video yesterday talking about this. Like I said, if Blade ain't possessed, I don't want it. Like
Well,
if he ain't been corrupted in some way, I don't want it because this is nasty. This is nasty.
Here's the problem with that. And Levester, the court jester, donating 30 because it's all in my face. Oh, that's Storm. I couldn't figure out who that was.
Let them thunder.
Here's my problem with the whole. I am
lightning.
With the whole Blade is possessed thing. If it's the vampire Varney and King before Dracula from Atlantis before it got sunk and all that hot jazz, where the fuck was that in the Brian Hill stuff?
That's the only thing I find a little bit dubious about it. That would be like it. I don't want it to be that per se. Like if it like okay, here's the thing. If it doesn't tie back to either the Adana or the Lightbringer sword, I'm gonna go ahead and say right now.
Yeah, that's
I'm calling
trash.
Bullshit on the whole thing.
And here's one more thing I'll say about it so we can go ahead and move the fuck on. If it is those things, why wouldn't the person who incorporated it into the story be able to do the event in regards to it?
That is another problem.
That's nasty.
That's another
nasty.
problem. Like, I just... Okay, so like I said in my video, I'm not going to repeat everything because, I mean, I've made the video. I've said my piece. But I'm just going to reiterate. When because in the first issue, we didn't really see, I mean, we saw Blade talk a lot at the very end. I didn't really think much about it, like, at the time exactly. But it wasn't until I read that Doctor Strange tie, and I was like, dude, Blade is talking more in this one issue than he did in the entire Brian Hill 10 issue series. And I was like, this dude is literally, like, he is doing the thing that, like, 60s, 70s, and 80s villains used to do. Like, where they break down the whole plan to you, like, just telling you everything. I was like, dude, this dude's a fucking James Bond villain all of a sudden.
Okay,
like,
first of all, you being too disrespectful. That was ongoing series.
Oh, I'm sorry. Ongoing series, Blade by Brian Hill, that ran for 10 issues, because that's what counts for an ongoing these days. But no, when I saw that shit, I was just like... I was like, man, this dude is like literally, like, he is giving the whole store away. He is giving the whole, speaking of giving the whole store away, we actually have something else I want to announce on here. Anyway, but no, that's just my take on it. And like I said, I'm not trying to knock on Jed MacKay. I'm not trying to say that he's a terrible writer. I said in my video, I think he's a fantastic writer, and I'm not enjoying Blood Hunt, but that is one aspect of it that is going to make me, even if I do enjoy it, it's going to be the same way that I looked at Captain Marvel in Civil War 2. I'm going to look at this and go, this is bullshit. I mean, I enjoyed it for what it was, but this is bullshit. Like this is, I'm going to enjoy Blood Hunt the way I enjoy a B horror movie, like a straight to video, straight to Tubi TV horror movie. Like, it can be fun for what it is, but I'm gonna call it what it is. It's some old bullshit. And I look at it and I say to myself, this guy's not even talking like Blade. Like, it would be different if he actually kept Blade's cadences intact, but he's talking like a completely different character. Like I said in the video, when everybody was complaining about Madeline Pryor in X-Men 97,
I did see that part of the video. Yeah,
that's basically what Blade's doing. That motherfucker's literally, I mean, that said, let's address. Hey, look at that. Love to see it. Look at
it. See, I'm telling you, it's that promotion she got, dog. It's that
look,
she's spreading it out.
Look, she out here spending it. Look, hey, look. I respect it. I respect it. Speaking of respect, I'm also going to respect the fact that we got these messages sitting in here waiting on us. Because hey, look, we got it right here. Look, I'm gonna zoom this in just a little bit so y'all can see it just a little bit better. Get that out of the way. We got, as we saw, Levesto Samurai with the 30 bomb says, now we know you get all this bread.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Have a good show, fellas. And then we also got Dalzell K. Williams also, once again, fresh off that promo. with the 5 says the Blerd Cave has made my Saturday special with the heart emoji. Hey,
thank you.
You helped make it special. So you know what? We appreciate you. Right back. Right back. And look, I know I've been talking a big game here. I've been talking a big game here, and I know y'all are probably sick of hearing me talk about hey, you could do this. Hey, you could do that. When are you going to talk about Furiosa? We're about to. I promise you. But I do have one thing I want to share with you before we do that. And this is because I told Carter about this yesterday, and he got very angry with me.
No, you have horrible. It's not even a horrible timing. You have very degenerate timing.
I do, don't I?
It's degeneracy. What the fuck it is.
So here's the thing. So here's the thing. I got an email from the good people at Dynamite Comics, and they asked me, hey, we're doing this thing. It's a special thing. And we kind of want to get some more eyes on it. So it's like, hey, can you help spread the word around? And I say, you know what? I can. I will help spread the word around because you know what? It's also, for a good cause. Now, for those who are unfamiliar, there's a little website called Humble Bundle. And the basically, for lack of a better way to put it, Humble Bundle ultimately kind of breaks down to various entities wanting to raise money for various and sundry charities, and by doing so, offering a bunch of different products, things that whether it's the same. Well, if it's video games, whether it's the same developer or if each of these developers have been reached out to individually and have put together a bundle, like usually for it, most people typically use Humble Bundle for video games, but you can use it for a lot of different things. And one little dirty secret that I feel a lot of people don't know, sometimes comics are on there. Just saying. Anyway, I know a few years ago, Image Comics did a deal that I don't know if it was benefiting the Hero Initiative that time. I'm almost positive that it was, or if it wasn't, it was benefiting some other good cause. But in this case, or in that case particular, you could say, hey, you can spend as little as $1 and get some comics, or you could spend more than that and get a lot of comics. So basically, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna show you how the sausage is made just a little bit. So this is all to celebrate Dynamite's 20th anniversary. It is a metric fuck ton of Dynamite comics. I'm just going to go ahead and say that's the only way I know how to put it. It is a metric fuck ton of Dynamite comics, ranging everywhere. You can kind of see it here. It is the relaunch of Red Sonja down to some Evil Dead stuff, the original Vampirella, the original Red Sonja to Gail Simone's Red Sonja, some of the more recent Vampirella stuff. They've also got Deja Thoris, and they also got Queen Sonja, the Alice in Wonderland stuff that Dynamite did a ways back. There's also Black Bat, Dracula. And if you go a little bit further down, you'll see some of their other stuff like Control. You'll also see Red Sonja versus Tarzan. There's Barbarella, which is actually, if I'm not mistaken, Barbarella is one of the more recent. One of the more recent ones. Also got Jennifer Blood and then Jets. And if I'm not mistaken, if I go down just a little bit further, oh hey, there's John Carter. There's also Kevin Smith's Green Hornet, which is just amazing. And the Reanimator comics. Now, you're probably asking yourself, man, that's a lot of comics. That probably costs a lot of money. No, it does not. So, if you, I have already bought this, so I don't know how much I can show you, but if you pay at least, I think if it's at least $1, yeah, I think if it's $1, let me double check this. If you do $1, I think you get three or four of the volumes. I think it's 3, probably. I know that's how they do for some of them. But like, yeah, if you do like a certain dollar amount, and actually no, now that I think about it, actually I think like I don't know, you might get a period. I don't know. But yeah, depending on what like dollar amount you put, you can get like, more stuff. So yeah, like you give what you want, but basically what it does, it all goes to benefit the Hero Initiative, which is, for those who know what the Hero Initiative is, it is a charity that benefits comic creators. So yeah, comic creators are in need. Like some of you may remember when I believe when George Perez was like going into hospice, was in and out of hospital and stuff like that.
Mhm.
Situations like that. Peter David, I know within the last like couple of years, has had a lot of stuff come up, health issues and whatnot. It goes to benefit not just those specific people, but people like them in the comics industry that are in dire straits. Because as you may or may not be aware, the comics industry is kind of notorious for kind of leaving their people out in the cold. So this is to kind of help give back to that, and in a way that is beneficial to those who may want to help out, maybe get a little something in return. So for me, it was kind of funny. I actually did this. I got all of these, so I have a lot to read. Most of this is stuff that I have, like the Red Sonja stuff, and the Vampirella stuff, for by and large. Some of it is stuff that I had not completely read through. But like Jennifer Blood, I had never read Jennifer Blood. Terminal Hero, had never read that, or any of the. I'd actually never read any of the like John Carter stuff or whatever. So I was like, hey, I was like, cool. I get to read a bunch of comics. I have, and these aren't like single issues. These are trade paperback volumes. So like when it says 74, you're actually getting a lot more than 74. You're actually getting, I think it says at the top, like over 20,000? Yeah, it's over 20,000 pages. So like, yeah, each of these, like, cause I think, this right here, this Red Sonja She-Devil with a sword, volume 1 through 13 is what you're getting. This isn't just one thing. This is 13 volumes of something. This Jennifer Blood, this is 5 volumes of something. So yeah, just you're getting a lot. You're getting a lot. That said, and yes, Elite X1 is correct. Yeah, that's actually another reason why I kind of want to check out Ninjets, because it ties, because that, it is connected to Jennifer Blood as a series, which is pretty cool. If if you pay at least 20, he's if you pay 20, that's it. Like you're reading Dynamite till inside of the next 5 years. Let's see here. Ooh, here, let's see what we got here. Oh, hey, I got you, Mo. I got you, pimp. Don't you worry about a thing. Hold on.
How did he do that fast? He's some kind of wizard.
What?
Because he sent me one too, but it looks so professional. Can't click it.
Hey, he is. Dude, look, man, look.
He's some kind of wizard.
Don't question. Don't question his glory. Don't question his glory, man. He's got that power out here, man. Don't you don't question it. Don't question it.
And yes, Boombay, yeah, we okay, I just caught that name. Yes, I do. They also have a BPRD collection. If he was already an asshole for sending me that Dynamite link when I'm trying to save money, but that deal is too good, he also, just to be even more of an asshole, sent me the BPRD stuff too, because you all know that whole tangent I went on about Lobster Johnson, because I thought that name was fucking hilarious. But I didn't see Lobster Johnson in there, but I did see a lot of the BPRD stuff that I've been wanting to check out that I keep seeing at a comic shop, because I'm trying to try out different stuff that I had never read before. So yeah, that is on the list as well. I did read that one. that link because they want you to donate like $666, which is just devious. But yeah, we know about both of those. But
yeah. Well, the BPRD one, no, it's $666 worth of value.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
okay.
not. It doesn't. Yeah, the BPRD one doesn't cost $666, but if you donate and get everything, it is $666 worth of
Okay.
comics. That's the part I thought was nasty.
Well, that's what that yeah. So that's more so what I meant was just like it being it's a dad joke almost because it's Hellboy and you want it to be 666. Like, yeah, okay, bro. Like I got you. But while Ernie is doing that, we do have some stuff on the agenda today. As you saw from that thumbnail, we are going to be talking about Furiosa. We're going to be talking about how, oh Lord, someone that Spawn said he was going to introduce his face to his colon. Violator has a series coming out soon, but this is not the first time. So
no.
That's going to be happening today. I don't know. Are we doing we're not doing like a deep dive into Furiosa. Are we?
No. This is going to be a spoiler-free review. Spoiler-free review. We're just going to talk about it. I'm not giving. I mean, it's kind of hard to spoil it because I mean it's a prequel, so you kind of already know how it's going to go.
Yeah.
But still, we're not going to go through any like major like no major spoiler stuff. It's just gonna be we're just gonna be talking about the movie. That said, before we do that, we got another thing I want to address here because out here, Sigfang, Architect of Sin, out here. And hooked us up with the 5, says, I'm in the office today. Here, let's pull this up. So I'm in the office today. There we go. And it's slow. Let's have a good show. P.S. Get them likes up. Okay? We ain't playing no more. Get them up. All right. So let's see here. So we're gonna be doing, like I said, we're gonna be doing a spoiler-free review for almost said Mad Max Fury Road, Furiosa, a Mad Max saga. We're gonna be doing that, and we're gonna do it right now. Let's see. I'm just kind of doubling back just to make sure we're not behind anything. Yep, we're good. So, basically, the long and short of it is, if you, for whatever reason, if you've been living under a rock and did not know that there was such a thing as Mad Max Fury Road, or just Mad Max in general, I would say now's a good time to get into it. Now would actually be a good time to get into it. And I say this, I mean, I'm being very tongue-in-cheek when I say this, but it's because this is legit. Oh, man. Stomp 10 out here. Man, love to see it, man. Love to see it. We love to see it. But here, hold on, let me do it. Let's do it like this. There we go. Bam, look at it. Mad Max Fury Road. Mad Max Fury Road was the thing. Awesome movie by George Miller, the genius mind behind the Mad Max franchise. I think was started back with Mel Gibson 5 ever ago, like with the Road Warrior, and
that's the one that people say is the best one.
The Road Warrior,
the sequel to the original.
Yeah.
All I know is everyone says that the Road Warrior is the best one, and I know Beyond Thunderdome has Tina Turner in it. That is all I know.
Yeah, I mean,
Mad Max.
That's about really all you need to know. Like Thunderdome is good at the beginning.
Okay,
that's all you need to know.
I know. So Thunderdome is okay. Tina Turner is in it, and Tupac did a music video
in the Thunderdome.
Yeah, that's literally that's my beginning, middle, and end when it comes to the original Mad Max stuff. I still hadn't seen Road Warrior like I need to. I've only seen
Look, let me tell you something. The only thing I liked about Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome was Tina Turner. Let's just be real.
Oh wow,
that was
wow.
it. But yeah, so Mad Max Fury Road. It came out. It was fantastic. You obviously Mel Gibson not playing Mad Max this time around. It was
Tom Hardy.
Tom Hardy. And let's see. I wonder why. That is so weird. I wonder why it's doing that. Ooh, you know what? I just thought about it. I think I know the answer to his question. That is so
while you do that,
yeah, go ahead. Set us up.
For the people in the chat that I have seen who have never heard of Mad Max, honestly, it was your post-apocalyptic stuff before it just blew up. It was your Borderlands with less comedic shit in it. It was just your regular post-apocalyptic. Everything's a desert. We got to wear these oversized shields and shoulder guards like we finna go play some football, using it for body armor, and just overall crazy psycho lunatics. That's really what it was, with a lot of twisted metal in there as well, and practical effects. People killing for gas. I'm sitting here complaining because
gasoline.
Oh God. I will say the one thing that Furiosa did for me was it got me in a mood to stream the game, to stream Mad Max at some point. Like I want to stream it now.
So no bullshit. I reinstalled it on Steam last night. And you want to hear something even crazier? Crazier? Check this shit out. I went on PlayStation because I was like, I kind of don't really want to sit at my computer playing this all day. I kind of want to play this on the couch. So I went to my PlayStation. Do you know that bitch was like $4 on they had it on sale. So I it was a PS4 classic.
Yeah.
It was it was like $4.50, something like that. I was like, yeah, let me go ahead and get this right quick.
Yeah, see, I got it for $4 on Steam. I have it on my PlayStation, but I have it because they made it free for PlayStation Plus once.
Oh, and see, I think you know what? I skipped that one. I think I skipped that one because I was like, oh, I already have it on Steam, so I don't need to get it. That was back in that weird phase of my life where I was like,
you know what?
Yeah,
I got it on PlayStation Plus. I ain't got to worry about buying it. And plus, I'm game sharing with somebody, so I can just download it. Guess what, though? That is incorrect. If you don't have PlayStation Plus, you can't play none of them games where you need a PlayStation Plus. So,
nope.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go to Steam route. I'm happy I actually got it on Steam. I might end up streaming that joint today, maybe.
Dude.
Don't hold me to that. But it did give me an itch to want to get back into that world again.
Oh yeah, I'm actually kind of happy too because a lot of people are rediscovering that game. That game was really good. It was actually a very good game. That was a fun one. That was a fun one. It came out to some really shitty reviews. Like I remember there was the people who were shitting on the game. Like
it was one of those like we've seen with several things nowadays. It wasn't given the proper respect until later.
Which I hate seeing that. I really hate seeing that though, because I remember when it came out, I was playing the game. Like day one. It wasn't like I waited till it was on sale. I literally bought the game the day it came out and started playing it. So when I went to, I was like, because I do this sometimes. Like I used to have this obsession with seeing what reviewers say about a game I've already purchased, even though I don't really care what they think. Just curious if maybe they see something I don't. And I saw all these reviews. It was like, oh man, Mad Max, so boring, so linear, so this, so that. It's an open, what was it? It's an open world game full of nothing to do. And I was like, it's the Wasteland.
Yep.
I was like, what the fuck were y'all expecting in the Wasteland?
Okay, I don't want this conversation to stay on Max because we're supposed to be talking about Furiosa. But I will just say, I like the Mad Max game better than I like the Batman Arkham game. Yeah, I said it. You going in the hole. So now that is done,
well, we can talk.
You can pull that picture up real quick of
which one?
Fury Road. Of Fury Road.
Yeah.
The because somebody says there, LP3 is asking, is there a proper order to watch the movies? And no, not really. But the one thing I have heard is that you can watch The Road Warrior without having to watch the original.
Yeah.
And
you can also watch these without having to watch the originals as well, because technically it's a new timeline. Yeah. Even though all the stuff from the original movies happens after.
Yeah. And nobody except me is saying I've never been overly impressed with any of these flicks, or let me say the Tom Hardy one. Well, a lot of people, there is some back and forth with people when it comes to Fury Road, because Fury Road was less of a Mad Max movie and more about Furiosa and Immortan Joe and things like that. Mad Max Fury Road took Max and made him a Marvel assist. Pretty much.
He wasn't really the main character. He really wasn't.
He wasn't the primary deal in that film. So that's maybe one reason you feel like that. Another reason being is because it's been widely publicized and both parties have spoke on it. Charlize Theron and Tom Hardy both could not stand each other on that film.
They did not talk unless they had to.
Yeah, and they said that it actually made it better for certain scenes where they just needed to get that aggression off. So you probably just felt that negative energy as well. But the Fury Road, for that being the one that I was introduced to, I did want to see more with Charlize Theron and figure out how this one-armed woman was just truth.
Why she was so out here.
Yeah, so
you get that answer with this movie. You get that answer here. The answer is given almost immediately. Immediately. The only thing I'll say, this isn't a spoiler really. The only thing I'll say I was surprised by is how much time they spend on her youth. That is the only thing that I was kind of surprised by. Like, this movie is about an hour, not hour, but it's 148 minutes.
It was 2.5.
Yeah, 2.5 hours.
I watched when you told me how long it was.
Yeah, it's 148 minutes, and it's a lot of time, but it's well used. Like, I was never bored. Never bored.
This isn't a spoiler, but with Ernie bringing up her childhood and things like that, the film it separates itself in chapters from like 1 to 5, I think was the last chapter. But it goes from, we're seeing basically Furiosa from age 10 to 26. I didn't find that out until I started reading up stuff about it after I had walked out of the theater. So you get to see her before she poke-evolved into Charlize Theron, and we have Anya Taylor-Joy now, fresh off of the island from ordering her cheeseburger while everybody else melted in the goddamn chocolate. So where do you want to start? Furiosa?
Let's start with Anya. Is Anya Taylor-Joy a good stand-in for a younger Charlize Theron? Yeah, I would say so.
I would say, I know a lot of people complained because, and I saw some people in the chat were like, Anya Taylor-Joy does not look like a young Charlize Theron. No,
I mean,
Sean Connery didn't look like Pierce Brosnan, didn't look like what's his name? Basically, the point I was getting at is none of the James Bonds look like James Bond after a new James Bond became James Bond. And I know that at one point, George Miller was thinking about doing what we've seen some of the Disney stuff and things like that, where we were just going to use AI and kind of digital up a young Charlize Theron. But he felt that kind of shit takes your focus away from the movie, and now you're just more focused on the digital version, the digital young, dumb or younger version that's been created. So that's one reason that he went with Anya Taylor-Joy in this one, and she didn't really have to. I mean, all you had to really do was emanate. You know, she's more like Max in Fury Road almost in this movie, and what I mean by that is you just have to kind of show and not tell. You kind of you don't really have to say a whole lot, but if you do say something, it has to mean something and be poignant. So she did fine with that.
She had about as many lines as Tom Hardy had in Fury Road.
Yeah,
I think when I looked it up, I think they said she had somewhere in the neighborhood of like 11, maybe 15 lines max the entire movie. And honestly, I don't even think it was that much. Because it's mostly just simple, in some cases, one word, maybe a sentence, like no more than really a sentence. For most of the movie, and you kind of like, let's be real here. And I think I even remember, I might have heard George Miller say this somewhere. When doing Mad Max Fury Road, it was literally more the reason why Furiosa was more of a focus is because that was kind of the movie he actually wanted to make, but he knew that he would kind of need to package it a certain way in order to get it out there. And it worked. And here we are with this. Anya's out here. She and here's the thing. Anya's a great actress. Let's not bullshit. Let's not bullshit here. I know a lot of people probably forgot that she was Princess Peach in the Mario movie. I know that a lot of people who saw was a Netflix miniseries Queen's Gambit. I know a lot of people probably might be a little more familiar with her from that. That's kind of where it's where I kind of think I first started, recognizing who she was. And while I know a lot of people, and myself included, don't particularly care, for the movie The New Mutants, she was arguably the best part of it. That said, she has some competition in this movie. She's got some competition because, as you might imagine, and this is no secret because it's in the trailers, you also got the return of a Morton Joe, but you also got the introduction of a new character to these proceedings, and that is Chris Hemsworth's Dementus, who is a whole goddamn fool.
Okay, I'm happy you said that. I'm happy you said that.
This man is having too much fun.
Yo, yeah, he is, man. I don't know what kind of gum he had, but he was chewing the fuck out of the scenes in this film. And I'm happy you didn't say. I'm happy you didn't say he was a problem.
He was great.
I'm really happy you didn't say he. Well, no. I just mean it like you could say that somebody was a ruthless villain. You could say they were cutthroats. You could say, he was a whole problem in this movie. No, he was a goddamn fool. That's what he was. like,
which I think made him worse. Honestly, I think that actually made him.
Yeah.
I mean, not worse, but I think made him not worse in terms of it made him a terrible villain. I think it actually made him a better villain because he was just so out there.
Yeah, this is not like your Gus Fring or your Game of Thrones-esque villain. This is somebody who thinks their shit doesn't stink.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna throw it in your face and I'm gonna show you that I'm the truth. That it reminds me of some NBA player or somebody that thinks they are just the truth. They're just talking cash money shit in these interviews, and then when it gets to the game, you got 2 points, no rebounds, no assists, and got dunked on twice. So I'm finna show you all how badass I am. And then when you are given the tools to be badass, you can't hang. And when you're put into a corner of, hey, you can't hang. Thank you, Elite X1 for that 5.
Yes.
Well, now certain crazy, unnecessary, outrageous stuff is about to happen because you can't hang. So now you just doing stuff to try to show that you are still that person that you think you are. And that was Dementus in this. I don't even want to go into the nose because initially, the first time you see him, he has his back turned and he turns around, and then you see that big ass prosthetic nose.
Oh man,
it reminded me of the nose Matt Damon was using in Ocean's 13 because the nose plays. But after you stop laughing at Chris Hemsworth with the nose and just start paying attention to how much of a damn nut job that Dementus is, you pretty much forget the nose relatively quickly. But
his voice is also really like his voice will throw you off too, just a little. Like if you're used to if you're used to seeing Chris Hemsworth and like shit like Extraction or like Thor or whatever, this dude's voice is wild. Lady and gentlemen, like I was like,
Like
bruh.
it,
I was
you know
like,
what it
hold on,
reminded me of? It reminded me of when you showed me that old X-Men cartoon of that nasty Australian outback Wolverine. That's what Chris
I ain't
Hemsworth's
taking
voice
care of no
reminded me
bloody
of.
kid. She ain't. I don't care what you say. She ain't one of the X-Men. Not
Yeah,
yet.
that's what it reminded me of.
Yeah.
True.
He sounds like a stereo. He sounds like a stereotypical. He sounds like a stereotypical Australian from the 80s. That's what he sounds like. Like, and to be fair, there are actually just regular modern day Australians who sound just like him. They exist. They exist. I've seen them. I have encountered them in the world. However, he had it dialed up just a couple of extra octaves, and it was just, it was wild. Yeah. Sir Yuri Gino, we talk like Pride of the X-Men, yeah. Wolverine was straight out the outback in that little pilot, man. Yeah, it was, one day, like I actually planned this a long time ago, and we kind of missed the window on this because the anniversary of it is past. But we might still do it anyway. One day we might sit down and actually watch that with the audience because
I'm not watching that with y'all.
Nah, you got to.
Not,
I even found a high quality version of it. Man. Yeah. Paris, stop, because you gonna make me start singing it. No,
but yeah, going back to
X-Men.
It's wild when you see his character in this and you realize like the power that he has, even though you're watching this film and you know he's a fucking nutcase.
Oh yeah, he's
when you see the legion of people that are just flocked to him, that was cold.
Oh yeah,
I liked his chariot. I love
that chariot. Was a bad motherfucker.
You all can't see this. And I think you know why? It's because I've been playing Assassin's Creed Origins. Because I've been using a chariot with Bake. But all you audiophiles, you can't see this. In the film, Chris Hemsworth, he has a chariot like you've seen, like the gladiatorial chariots. But instead of 3 horses, he's using 3 motorcycles.
Yeah.
And just using this rope to like pull, like pull the gas on them. And he has them all like, they're all like,
all of them are hooked
chain, like hooked up chain together. But yeah, he's using 3 motorcycles as a goddamn chariot. The shit is fire every time I see it. I don't know how he puts that motherfucker in reverse, because he put it in reverse sometimes. And I'm just like, wait, what?
Well, no, there were a couple times he turned and I was like, bruh, I was like, stop. But no, I actually, so the funny thing is, I actually watched a featurette on Furiosa that talked specifically about that chariot. And when they were talking about like how they put it together, I was just like, bruh.
Yep.
I was like, okay. I was like the whole time, even though like my mind just did not want to believe it, I was like, wow, I was like, like really all the vehicles. They were doing a featurette about all the vehicles. Like here's the thing. The whole reason you're here for Furiosa is you're trying to figure out how she becomes the person that ultimately she is to become. And this isn't a spoiler because it's in the trailers. We know that she is going to become that person at some point in the film. It's pretty obvious. Something is going to happen. What I will say, and this is not a spoiler, but like it just kind of is kind of a testament to how prequels, like when you go see a prequel, every prequel does the thing where it's like, ooh, we're gonna play with it. When is the thing gonna happen? The thing that makes the character who they are. When is it gonna happen? Ooh, is it gonna happen now? Ooh, it might happen. Oh, and they tease it multiple times and don't pay it off until like some weird moment. Or they do it in such a way that just feels really ham-fisted, like it feels forced. Like it doesn't feel like a natural progression for that thing. In this particular instance, I would say the way that it is done, the way that Furiosa kind of becomes the Furiosa you would maybe recognize more from Fury Road. When it happens, honestly, it just kind of happened. I wasn't really expecting it at that precise moment. It wasn't anything that was being set up. It wasn't even anything that was really being teased. It just happened out of nowhere and was better for it. And not even really exactly when you think it does. Like it's like George Miller, like he ate on this one. He ate on this one. This was good. This movie is a very, 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 very solid movie. Very good. Like, is it better than Fury Road? I can't really, I don't know if I can say that, but I can definitely say that I love the shit out of it. Like, kind of getting to see some of the characters from Fury Road fleshed out a little bit more. Like Rectus and Scrotus and, you know, some of the other, like some of
Immortan Joe.
Immortan Joe, yeah, his cabinet
Joe was just nasty in Fury Road with the back pus and the boils and all this. But now in this film, you actually got to see the leader lead, even though he is not a good person at all. The scene with Immortan Joe and Dementis,
talk about when they
let me show you let me show you what time it is. Like that scene when they first meet is just like,
there's a shot.
You don't want this, dog. You do not want this.
Oh no, there's a shot, and I'm gonna pull this up for for our people watching live. There's actually a couple of shots I kind of want to show just to kind of give you an idea of the type of person we're talking about here. Like when you see Immortan Joe in this, he's not the weak and withered, kind of like less than
gross, disgusting human.
Yeah, but you can tell he's well on his way to it. You can tell that he's well on his way to it. But like when you actually see this character sitting face to face with everybody else, and and also by proxy, seeing him face to face with Dementis, like that scene was honestly like kind of that scene alone was 10 out of 10. That scene alone was 10 out of 10.
I did like that. See,
like it made, you know what it did? It made me want a different movie. Not to say that the movie I got was bad. It made me want a different movie. It made me want so now we have seen Furiosa. I want the Immortan Joe origin story now. Like I want the movie, man. I want the movie that shows me the rise of Immortan Joe. I'm not saying I want Immortan Joe to be the main character. I'm just saying I want to see how Immortan Joe got to this point to where he's got all these motherfuckers like standing around him and being like, all right, yeah, man, you the king. Yeah, I want granted, to some of it is just due to the fact that some of them are related to him, but just the fact that like, what was it that made him the dude? Like that's the movie I want to see now.
Okay, I'm gonna ask if you will let me, because that scene is probably my favorite scene in the entire movie. So I almost want to know if it could. Is it a spoiler? Well, because you saw the image that Dementis and Immortan Joe are gonna meet. The trailers let you know that these two are gonna go at it. And I just want to describe that scene just because it's just like you think you're a boss, but I'm a boss. I just want to describe it, but I don't want to spoil it for people. And this is a very dumb, fun movie, but fuck it. I'm not even gonna do it. Just
what are you talking about?
The scene. Well, it was just the scene when Dementis shows up at the Citadel and trying to.
I wouldn't say no.
Like, yeah. That whole thing. That scene is probably my favorite scene in the film. And even though this is supposed to be like a tense, serious moment, just to get back to Chris Hemsworth, this is supposed to be a serious scene. Both bad guys, because neither one of these are good people. So both villains are going at it, and still Chris Hemsworth is still a fucking ridiculous nut job. He was probably my favorite takeaway from this because it shows he can do the goofy, psychotic, Borderlands-esque bad guy. I don't really like him as. There's another movie he did with Journey Smollett and the boy that was Mr. Fantastic and Fantastic. It was a Netflix movie.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I know what you're talking
about. Spider something, where he was a villain in that one. In that one, it was kind of a phoning it in. This is for the bad kind of villain. But this, you could clearly tell that motherfucker was having a blast.
Oh yeah, no, I watched the behind the scenes on this movie. That motherfucker was acting a fool on set.
Yeah,
that motherfucker was acting a fool on set. No,
that's the main takeaway with me.
Oh yeah, he was. Well, I tell you what, he wasn't great in Ghostbusters, but he was the one thing about the movie I still liked.
Yeah, and you know what, Jasmine just hit the nail on the head. I didn't even know about that until recently. I really want to be down there when they do that shit. But Chris Hemsworth did get a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame this week, and I'm not even that far from the Hollywood Walk of Fame when I'm at work.
Oh no, he showed out. He showed like I'm gonna tell you what I need. I'm gonna tell you what I need. This is what I need.
Okay.
This is or not what I need, but this is what I liked. This movie gave me remember Batman Forever, the whole dynamic between Two-Face and Riddler, how Riddler was the goofy one, Two-Face was the more serious one. This movie gave me that, but better. Like when it's done right.
I was not thinking about
when it's done right, because Immortan Joe is the Two-Face. Dementus is kind of like the Riddler. Like, not saying like they act exactly the same, but just the idea that Dementus is the one that is the unhinged one, and the one that like you're not really sure if you should take seriously. And Immortan Joe is the guy who's like serious as a heart attack. And the way that they interacted, it was a better version of that dynamic than I think than I have seen in a long time. But it's fantastic.
Okay, so
yes, he did. To answer Jonathan Stewart, yes, I think so. I think so. I think he did a
whoa. Okay, did Chris Hemsworth do a better job of being an unhinged bag? See, I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one because I like Jason Momoa in Fast X. I did.
I like him, but like the thing is, like I've seen Momoa do that before. Like it wasn't like anything new.
I haven't.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's an older Stallone movie. I think it's called Bullet to the Head or Bullet in the Head, something like that.
Oh yeah, that was one of them Redbox exclusives. I didn't watch that.
No, it was in theaters. That shit was in theaters. I saw it in theaters. Because my mother has this. Well, my mother has this tremendous crush on Jason Momoa, so I took her to go see that because she always wanted to go see anything with Jason Momoa in it. So I took her to go see. That's how I saw it. But yeah,
I don't even think that's a fair argument to make, just because Chris Hemsworth and Jason Momoa were two completely different villains.
Well, they're very different in like what their aim is. They're very different. Like, okay, here, without saying any more about his character, because I feel like the more we say, the worse the more spoilery it gets. Dementus is a meditation on what the wasteland does to people. Dementus is a like, and it's not to say that not every other character in the Mad Max movies isn't that, but Dementus, the more you go down the rabbit hole with him as a character, you learn a lot about just the toll the wasteland can take on pretty much anyone. So, and that's all I would really say about it from there.
So now that we've gotten all that out, was there anything that you were just more so like?
If there was any one thing, I tell you what, there was only one thing that I wasn't. If there's one thing I wasn't like super duper ridiculously crazy about. I do feel like some of the action scenes, it's the problem I ran into with John Wick 4. While I like John Wick 4 a lot, it is a movie that tests my endurance. Because by the time I get to the end of one action sequence, I am very tired. I'm tired. It's like sympathy tire. Like I feel like I see John Wick going through all the stuff. I'm like, dude, I'm tired for you, man, because you just went through a 45-minute action sequence, man, with no pauses. Bruh, you need a break. Please sit down. Yeah. I kind of felt the same way about this in some spots, not to the same extent, but I will say there are some action sequences where I'm kind of like, y'all can end it here. Y'all not the movie, but just y'all can end this action sequence here, and then we can move on to the next thing. I kind of wish we would have seen. I tell you what, and this is probably another aspect of it too, but this would actually. I don't know a better way to conduct this. I do kind of wish we would have spent a little more time watching Furiosa grow up, I guess, is a way to put it. Like, I feel like there's some instances where the movie kind of just jumps to like there's this movie just like, okay, well, anyway, here she is. Now she's she damn near grown. I was like, okay, I guess. So I guess we're not going to address the time.
What the fuck that just was.
Yeah, or like, oh, well, this happened. So wait, so whatever. There's a couple of moments. There's at least one or two. Like, not every jump is that way, but there's at least one or two of them where I was kind of like, whatever. See,
you just added a third. You just added a third to mine because there were only two instances that I would see. I was just like, One of them, it's whatever. Yeah. I just one of them for sure is a whatever. Like it's a ridiculous movie, so ridiculous things are gonna happen. If they want to give Furiosa a Master Chief level of overshield, that's fine. But there was another scene in regards to, and this is not a spoiler, of her losing the arm, where I was just like, okay, bruh, now. Not how she lost it.
Yeah, well, no, I know exactly what scene you're talking. I know what scene you're talking about. I know
that one. Those were the only two for me. But when you just said your part, I'll put it this way. All of so if Furiosa was a Fallout character, let's just say all her stats are in agility and intelligence. That's it. Agility and intelligence. That's her. That's her special right there. Yeah, you ain't gonna put no toughness in there. Does Fallout have toughness stats?
I think it's endurance. Endurance.
Oh, okay, you're gonna have to get her some toughness. That girl.
Oh yeah, I tell you what. Yeah, I take it back. Yeah, like like she put is the endurance, the agility, and the intelligence. Those everything else was a dump stat. Everything else was a dump stat. But yeah, it was good. Like I said, and none of this is to detract from the overall quality of the film.
Not at all.
It's just
still a good movie, but
yeah. It's funny. I always feel like I have to preface a lot of this stuff because we live in this society where things are either 0 out of 10 or 10 out of 10. And it's like, no, I mean, it's not there can be some places in the middle. I still love the movie. The more I think about it, I'm kind of like, I don't think I like it as much as Fury Road, but but it is but in terms of how much I enjoy both films, they're not that far apart from one another. And I love Fury Road, a lot. so to say even just to say that I love it almost as much as saying a great deal. That said, let's take a look at some stuff. We got some things I kind of want to take a look at here. Actually, let's do Yeah, there we go. All right. So we've got, we saw Stomp 10 with a 5 says, if you and Carter become Transformers, what would you turn into? I would be a triple changer because I can't choose. I would be a triple changer. That would be my thing. And I would be like one of my favorite Transformers is Blitzwing. For those who don't know, Blitzwing is one of the Decepticons who could turn into both a tank and a jet. And that he has always kind of been like one of my personal favorites. So that would be me. So there you go. Carter, what about you?
All right, the very bruh, Carter. I swear to God, this nigga here. My answer to that question, I want to be Silverbolt.
Okay.
No specific vehicle, no specific animal. I just want to be Silverbolt.
This motherfucker. Okay, anyway.
Anyone who knows Silverbolt from Beast Wars,
yeah,
I just gave you a lot of material to use against me. I just want to be Silverbolt.
This motherfucker. Okay. Anyway. We're gonna take a look at we might do something for Transformers 1.
Yeah.
I can see doing something for Transformers 1. We got 20 from Extra, says just showing some love. Have a good holiday, everyone, and you will if you get the damn likes up. Goddamn right. If you want to have a good one, you better get the likes up. Anyway, Elite X1 with a 5 says, look, if someone doesn't cast Anya as Erica Slaughter and something's killing the children, there's something slipping in the casting department. Come on, bruh. Hey, and look, okay, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this because I agree.
That would be a dope pick.
Dude, 10
that's an interesting one. That's an
10 million%. I could not agree more. Anya Taylor-Joy would be the best fucking Erica Slaughter that you could ever hope to get. For those who don't know, like if for whatever reason you are for whatever reason unfamiliar with the character of Erica Slaughter, or if for whatever reason you're just not familiar with the comic Something is Killing the Children, I'm gonna help you out here. Here, let's help you out. I'm gonna zoom this in. This right here is Erica Slaughter. And really, here's the thing. It's not even just down to acting ability. It's also down to the look. Like, she has the same big ass fucking eyes that Anya Taylor-Joy has. Wow. And like, I would be a liar if I like, and a lot of it too is also due to effects. Like, but it's not to say her eyes are just ridiculously huge, but like the way that they like highlighted her eyes. I mean, you could really do this to anybody, but if you really kind of look at her in this, like her eyes are pretty damn big here. I'm not roasting or nothing. I mean, just she has very big eyes, and it just look. Let me tell you something. Look. Let me take you to the house. Let me take you to look.
I don't want to go to that house. I was going to
That is Erica, like early on, like before she becomes like the super badass.
Because I think it's because Furiosa is still fresh in your mind.
Yes.
Who else would you have picked if Anya Taylor-Joy was not just brought up to you? Who else would you pick for that character?
Well, that's the funny thing. So, like, she's always kind of been in my head for it since I realized who she was. But if I had to pick somebody else, if I had to pick another person, the only other person who really comes to mind, and I don't even know if she would even be that great in the role, is Maisie Williams, who played Arya Stark on Game of Thrones.
Okay, yeah, I know that girl.
Yeah, like, because when I want to, like, when I think about stuff like this, I think about someone who is like who can look young, who can pass for young, but can really sell being like a tough motherfucker, like. Because I will say the reason why I would give it to Anya before I would give it to anybody else is because she is proven in this, in Furiosa that she has the capacity to sell you on the notion that she's the truth. Like, there's a couple of moments, like Carter kind of alluded to, that are kind of like head scratchy. But I mean, honestly, that's kind of par for the course for a lot of action movies. So I don't really think that it's even the biggest deal. But like, if you read Something's Killing the Children, Erica Slaughter goes through a lot of, kind of not the exact same things, but like a lot of similar trials and tribulations in terms of like, the types of injuries and craziness that she has to deal with, albeit instead of being wastelanders, it's, monsters that only her and a select handful of people can see. But yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is. But yeah. I like her. I would like her for this. And I know that Something is Killing the Children is still on the horizon. James Tynan actually put something out about this not too terribly long ago. We don't know when, but it is still in the works. So we are going to get it at some point.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm about to say, yeah. Erica is out here killing monsters with knives and chainsaws. Yes, that is like, when I tell you that, like she's not use. I mean, yeah. Can she use guns? Can she use like grenades and stuff like that? Yes, she can. However, 99.9% of the time when she kills a monster, it is usually with a knife or a chainsaw or some other like thing that is laying around, and in some cases with her own damn bare hands. So yeah, like I said, you gotta have somebody who can really sell you on the notion that they are that bad. Like, you gotta have somebody that's on that level. And yeah, monsters that honestly defy belief. Like, but to get to our next thing, because we got more. We do have more. There's plenty to go around. We're not lacking in that department, and we also do have. I have the thing I got to go do after this. We're gonna jump to our next topic, and that next topic is going to be about one of Carter's favorite things.
Oh Lord.
So here, let me do this so I can. Yeah, okay, there we go. Yay! I don't know why he does it for that. Anyway, after 30 years, in the tones of Dusty Rhodes, 30 years, we're finally getting a an in-depth look at the origin story of the Violator. Now, Carter, you alluded to this earlier.
Yeah.
This is kind of similar for Cyan. Yeah, because we talked about the new upcoming series, Misery, I believe is what it's called. That this is not the first time that that wasn't the first time that Cyan technically was really like getting a story, but like in this case, it's the same for the Violator. But in this particular instance, this is going to be the first time we're actually like really diving into his origin for the most part.
Okay, I gotta stop you there because it just shows that Todd McFarlane is getting old. Because just so you all get a better idea of what we're talking about here, the long and short of it, Clown is getting a miniseries. Think Wolverine origin, but Violator. And his whole thing is because in an interview, Todd McFarlane was basically saying it's very strange that in the 30-year history of the Spawn universe, they've never written an origin story in regards to the Clown. But here's the problem. They have, though. Now,
well,
this was...
let's be clear. Was it an in-depth, like...
Okay, so okay. Now it wasn't, but my point being, this was like, oh my god. Okay, This is how
I
far.
know.
This is how long
I kind of know
ago
what you're
this
talking
was.
about. I kind of know what you're talking about.
So in the 90s,
Mm-hmm.
Violator had a miniseries. It was 3 issues. I had it. I traded this dude at my fucking school I was going to during the book fair. I traded him my Green Lanterns for the Violator miniseries. Didn't know it was a miniseries at the time. I had been looking for issue 4 in them for fucking years. But okay, this was a Violator series written by the original creator. That's all I'm gonna call it, man, now, because that's hilarious.
Oh my god.
Where they do go into a little bit of a origin and backstory of how the clown became what he was, which was basically he had a human parent, a demon parent. The human parent killed the demon parent to try to run hell, and then that parent caught it. So you had a little bit of a, oh my god, you just threw me back some years seeing that.
Sorry.
Man.
Apologies.
Because I always wondered if I could have got some money for those, because I had them like a very this was, here you go. A game I was playing at the time was Jedi Outcast. That's how long ago this was.
Dude, Kyle Katarn? Kyle Katarn?
That's how long ago this was.
Oh my god.
Basically, like I said, Violator is getting a 6-issue origin story. I don't know if we can stretch out the clown for 6 issues, but
it's funny you say that.
Okay.
I appreciate that you use the word stretch. I say that because each of these issues is not going to be a standard 22-page issue.
Oh Lord.
They don't say exactly how long each issue is going to be, but they do use it says in here it's going to be written by Mark and Draco, and the series will be drawn by different artists for each extra long issue. They don't say how long, once again, but it's going to be.
I'm trying to copy the Turtles, you degenerate.
Pretty much.
Cut it out, Todd. Cut it out.
It says it's going to be Piotr Kowalski, which I'm assuming will take on the first issue. Or maybe not. I don't know. We'll see. But Kyle Hotz, Jonathan Wayshak, Gianrico Bonacorsi, and Cully Hamner and Von Randall. So yeah, it's going to be a bunch of, like, each issue is going to be drawn by somebody different. In some way, shape, form, or fashion.
Now, again, 6 issues with an extended page count, I don't know. 3 issues, I mean, we got a nice little story for it. I couldn't find a comic shop at that point, because this is when I was going to Colonial. Like, think about that.
Oh, damn.
God damn.
Yeah, that was.
So, I'm not gonna knock it, because
Yeah.
we had our discussions about all these different Spawn universe books that are going to start coming out, and I'm enjoying Sam and Twitch.
Yeah,
Rad City is good so far.
Yeah.
So I'm willing to give them some rope, but I will say, even though I will give y'all this rope, I'm gonna still kind of be holding the rope a little bit too tight, because I kind of don't want you to have it when it comes to the Violator. Because what we've gotten with that character in Spawn, in King Spawn, in the Scorch, because in the Scorch now we have Violator's sister that is just running around, and now we got Jason Wynn back into the damn equation. So I don't know if it was really necessary. And plus, he has kids now. And then he has little mini clowns running around. He got another baby that's trying to kill him. So
look,
with everything that's going on with him now, you could have just, in my opinion, done a series with just him.
Yeah.
With everything going on right now, as opposed to an origin story. Like, that's kind of, I feel like that's just Todd.
Yeah, no, this is Todd. This is just Todd being Todd. And I will actually piggyback something that I, the Watcher, is talking about, because this is also another aspect of the story that I don't think we brought up yet, is that this is actually going to be told from the clown's perspective. Which he is not the most reliable person to be telling his own story. And this is why I think this is what's actually going to make this a little bit more interesting. Will this be the definitive version of the origin? It'll probably be treated as such, because I think that Todd's just assuming that no one read that 3-issue mini.
They're all dead. All those people that read that book is so old. Everybody's dead.
Like, those people are dead.
I'm not even talking to you right now. I'm just dead.
Yeah, we're all just dead. We're all just dead. But yeah, Todd is being Todd here. And like I saw Elite X1 say earlier, like, we're going to be 30 years from now, and Todd McFarlane's going to be on life support and literally talking about the Spawn movie coming out. Okay? He's literally still going to be talking about the Spawn movie coming out. Let's just keep it
Jeremy
real.
Renner is supposed to be in this movie, and we done got 3 seasons of Mayor Kingstown.
Yeah.
We didn't say anything
Yeah.
from this film.
It's like, bro, that tells you how nasty this is.
Jamie Foxx has come out with multiple movies, had a stroke, heart attack or something, came back, did another awful, like, Tyler Perry parody movie, and we still ain't heard no from fucking Spawn, bro. And that's
Todd, he just let it go.
Quote unquote Spawn guy. Like, bro, get the fuck out of here, dog.
Yeah, at least was in the 90s. Who'll remember? I mean, look. Here's the thing. I like the Violator. I like, to be fair, I remember.
That's a wild sentence. That's a wild statement.
I do. Like honestly, the Violator was one of the more interesting aspects of Spawn when I first started reading it, because I was like, who is this little clown guy? And like when they hit that moment when clown, like, when Spawn thinks that he just killed the clown, and then he turns around and is like, or he's like, oh shit, like, yo, he's actually something bigger than what you think he is. I think that's so cool. I thought it was awesome. And like the idea of bringing back, I don't know. Bringing this, like, okay, let's be honest here. You know what this is, Carter? You know what this is? You know what this is? This is reheating leftovers. Like, this is like, look, man, you went out to the deep freeze, you saw that, oh man, there's some steaks that I forgot that I bought like 30 years ago. Man, I wonder if they still good. They've been out in the deep freeze all this time. Man, fuck it, I'm gonna take a chance. That's basically what this is. We all gonna be taking a chance on some 30-year-old steaks.
That Cowboy Bebop episode, that lobster he left in the fridge, infecting everybody on the ship.
Yeah. That's basically what this is gonna be. That's basically what this is gonna be.
Yeah, I'm gonna let this meat thaw out. I'm gonna make some burgers, and then the meat thaws out, and the pink done left it, and you try to throw that shit back in the freezer. No,
sir. Stop. Listen,
no.
Jamie has had multiple hairlines and multiple multiverses, and this Spawn movie still ain't came out. Look, first off, damn, you had to hit Jamie like that. You had to hit Jamie like that. Look, Jamie, right now, Jamie Foxx is sitting somewhere like, bro, man. Look.
And somebody just said it in the chat, dude. And that's easy money. Eric Carter, see? And it says something that your name is Carter, that you're spitting fire. They should just redo the HBO animated show, especially with X-Men 97 running rampant right now.
Yes.
Especially with Marvel What If showing consistency, with Invincible showing consistency. Just do the easy money. Just take yourself out them damn intros like you did on the original series. I don't want to look at you, Todd McFarlane. I don't want to hear what you're talking about. Just show me the goddamn cartoon. That was the most outrageous shit ever when I was playing it in a disco for everybody to watch. Every goddamn episode, I got to see this degenerate when I'm just trying to hear Keith David beating the brakes off people.
I'm sorry, Al.
God,
that was sorry.
Just seeing it and then having people in that Discord just seeing it with me at the same time, it's something about seeing something outrageous with multiple people around, so everybody has to see that outrageousness at the same time, bro.
Dude, imagine being. Like, I'm just thinking about the woman in this. Like, she's like, "Who the fuck is Al?"
Yeah, some brother
Get
just
her
crying
back blown out.
Yeah, you think he done pulled out and bust on your back, but it's his tears. Like, that is diabolical.
That
man is heinous. That is a heinous individual.
Nah, I got it. Oh man, did it twice. Okay, oh well, it'll be all right. Yeah. Anyway, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That was some nasty work right there. That was some nasty work. But like, how sad is it to me though that it's the thing that I remember the most? Like it's like there's three things. There's three things that I remember about that Spawn animated series. One was that you never saw Spawn. Like, I mean, you did, but like that motherfucker was always in the shadows. Like for as intricate a design as Spawn has, you rarely ever saw it. Two, the clown was a whole goddamn fool on that show.
Really?
Yeah, he was like, the clown was literally like, Maverick. It was so bad that like there's a stretch of episodes where the clown doesn't show up, and you feel the lack of his presence.
Yeah,
like his silence in those episodes is deafening.
Now that we saying that, I wonder if that's the logic that might be being taken right now.
I think you're right.
Since he was the most, everybody really enjoyed him on the animated series. I wonder if we can do that. Can we stretch that for 6 issues? See, that's a different medium, man. That's a different medium. Cause shit, look at the animated series. What we just said. Look at the live action movie. You're gonna hear more people quoting John Leguizamo than Michael J. White.
Oh yeah, no. Dude, first off, I still quote John Leguizamo in that movie to this day. I quote that Spawn movie almost every day sometimes, and most people don't even catch it. Because one of the things I always say D-E-D, dead.
Dead.
That is from the Spawn movie. That's where I got it from.
Yes, it is.
And most people,
way too much.
Most people, because hell, I even got my Cersei even says that shit now because I say it so much. Like, just leave the A out. Just D-E-D, dead. Captain Crispy. Come on, man. Look. And exactly. And this is, first off, shout out to Poe Archery Media with the 5 year. Says dropping the show some love. We appreciate you there, pimp. Thank you for hooking us up. But no, like right here is that first 2 seasons. After that, dude, okay, can I be honest with you about something, Carter?
Dude,
I do not like the 3rd season of Spawn. Like,
can I be honest with you right now, Ernie?
Go ahead.
I didn't even know a 3rd season existed.
Yeah.
I didn't even watch the 3rd season.
It was bad.
Oh man. I think right when we were supposed to start it in the Discord, I don't know what happened, but it took precedent. We've been more adamant and more focused on watching Windbreaker.
and you know what? I feel like you're better for it. Honestly. Yeah. But I tell you, we're also going to be better for it because you know what? Violator might be getting his just due after 30 years. But the Avengers said, hold my beer. So we have got upcoming Ultraman and the Avengers. They are going to be celebrating that 60th anniversary together. Well, almost together. Technically, the Avengers, if I'm not mistaken, debuted in 1963. And I think Ultraman was like a little bit later in 66, or there might have been a little bit more time. Yeah, I think there was a little bit more time. So yeah. So technically Ultraman's 60th is actually not for another couple more years. But that said, in order to kind of bridge the gap between the two, they're going to be doing a cross series. We're going to be getting Ultraman Avengers series that's going to be starring the titular Ultraman hanging out with the Avengers. And now one thing I find funny about, and let me show a little transparency here. I'm actually not that huge of an Ultraman fan. I know I talk about Tokusatsu a lot, and I love Tokusatsu so much. Ultraman is kind of that hero that, like, while I only like certain versions of him. Kind of similar to Kamen Rider in Super Sentai, Ultraman is something that kind of spans, well, as you might have already imagined, 60 some odd years. But going back to the Showa era of Tokusatsu, back in that era, it was like Ultra G or something like that. Ultraman would just never really... Like, the idea of Ultraman to me was always cool. Always thought Ultraman looked cool. His shows never really grabbed me. The only show that Ultraman had that ever really, like, held my attention to any major or, like, you know, ultimate degree was Gridman. For those who are familiar with that. I know some people might be... some of you may be more familiar with the anime Gridman, which I mean, it's kind of all the same if we're being brutally honest about the proceedings. But Gridman was also it was an Ultraman spinoff. It was an Ultraman spinoff. And some of you might even remember the what was it? I almost said the wrong name. I almost said Tattooed Teenage Alien Fighters, but no. The Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad. Like, if you remember that show,
I need you to say that again 5 times fast.
What, Tattooed Teenage Alien Fighters from Beverly Hills? Tattooed Teenage Alien Fighters from Beverly Hills? Tattooed Teenage Alien...
It's tricky that you just...
Gotcha. You mean the Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad? Yeah, that group. The Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad. Yeah, something like that. I don't remember the exact cadence of the intro. But yeah, Gridman was the one Ultraman series I actually liked. And I'm not even just talking about the Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad show, like the adaptation they made. I actually like the original show. It's kind of dated and kind of hokey, but for some reason it just talked to me. I don't know. I can't tell you why. I wish I knew, because I wish, like, and to be fair, there are some newer Ultraman series that have come out like in the last like 20 years that I've kind of checked out that I actually like. It's older Ultraman that I don't really care for as much, like on the whole. But like the more like, it's kind of like the same way I feel about Kamen Rider, actually. Like, Kamen Rider, I only really like Kamen Rider Black and Kamen Rider Black RX. Those are only two Kamen Rider Showa era series that I actually give a shit about. For me, it's Heisei or bust. That's when you get to the more modernized series from like the early aughts on up to just a few years ago, and then the Reiwa stuff I like as well. Bit more wild and out there, but yeah, that's kind of the whole point I'm trying to say here is that Ultraman is a guy that has a lot of faces. Some of you may even remember I think was it Shin Ultraman that came out not too terribly long ago, which actually was a pretty damn cool movie. But Ultraman, like, just by and large, he's an interesting character. He's a very interesting type of character, and I find it funny that, well, technically, he has actually already had some Marvel comics as of late. I find it funny that he's only just now teaming up with the Avengers, because it's kind of like with all the Predator stuff, they've been kind of keeping a lot of that stuff. And yes, I know there was actually something I actually forgot to kind of put this on the list of things, but I was worried we were actually going to run over on time. We'll probably talk a little bit more about it next week when I have more like thoughts to put together on it. But it's kind of like the same thing I felt about with like Aliens and Predator.
Okay.
For the most part, Aliens with Predator up until recently has largely kept itself separate from the Marvel universe. Like, it's largely kept itself separate. Like, it's been its own little stories until they did the Predator Wolverine crossover book last year, I believe.
Mhm.
And now we have a Black Panther Predator crossover coming up, and here we are. That said, yeah, we'll talk more about that one next week because I have some thoughts, and yeah, I want to have all my thoughts together on that one. Mostly because I actually also want to see if any more details come out because there's really not much to say. But that said, yeah, they're going to be doing a little crossover with these two characters, and to my understanding, the way that this is all going to kind of fall out, it's going to be 4 issues, and it's going to basically be Captain America, the Sam Wilson version, Captain Marvel, Wasp, Iron Man, Spider-Man, Miles Morales, and basically they're trying to figure out what the hell happened to Peter Parker. Which I find kind of funny. This is actually funny. The fact that, and I feel this is a missed opportunity, just me personally, considering that Spider-Man is technically the reason why Tokusatsu kind of had this huge boom. In the, I think, what was it? When does Spider-Man come out? Was it the 60s or the 70s? Might have been the 70s. I'll have to do a little bit of I'll have to fact check myself here on this one. But let's see here. When did it come out? Yes, 78. So considering that Spider-Man is largely responsible for the boom in Tokusatsu, for those who know what I'm talking about, back in the day, Spider-Man had a little TV series called Spider-Man. Because Spider-Man doesn't exactly translate in Japanese. Yeah, as you might imagine. But the thing that was kind of funny about that is that, he had a mech and a whole bunch of other weird, crazy shit. And it kind of led to the change up in Super Sentai, which is kind of more of the flagship of Tokusatsu. For those that may or may not know, I don't know if I'm rehashing or reiterating any information that anyone probably did or did not know. But yes, Spider-Man was a thing, in case you were curious. Matter of fact, here, I want to pull this up because I personally just think it's funny. It's funny to me, and I think it would be funny to Carter, too, because I like making Carter cringe. But yeah, back in the day, you would have, what was it? The Emissary of Hell. He was the Emissary of Hell, Carter. I don't know if you knew this. The Emissary of Hell, Spider-Man, he was literally there to send you to the lower room, not the upper room, the lower room. He had a mech called Leopardon. And at the time, Super Sentai didn't really rely on mechs. But because of the popularity of this show, every Super Sentai show damn near since has focused on the characters having a mech.
Okay.
So that's kind of why that's a thing. But anyway, so the fact that Spider-Man is missing, I do find a little weird, but I do feel like maybe it's kind of setting up something bigger. Also, if Spider-Man shows up in that Ultraman series, I will fucking holler. I just want y'all to know that. I will holler. I will fucking holler. I will scream. I will fucking scream. Because, don't get me wrong, Spider-Man is awful. It's an awful show. Let's just be honest with ourselves here. But goddamn if it's not funny. It is fucking hilarious. It is fucking hilarious. But yeah. I don't know any, Yeah, Battle J. Yep, Battle J. For those who know, Carter, did you ever see Battle J? Do you even know what Battle J is?
I do not.
Ooh, man. I don't know if I want to show you this, Carter. I don't know if you're ready for this. I don't know if you're ready for this. Yeah, you're ready for this. You're ready for this. I want to see your face too. I'm gonna move this out of the way.
Oh boy.
Here's Battle J Fever. This was like an international team of Sentai. They basically oh, by the way, just so you know, the one here on the far left, that's Miss America. Don't worry about it. Everybody else is from like different countries, supposedly.
Why is Miss America Chavez on this team?
I don't know, man. Look, just go with it, man. Hey, look, it just is what it is. Also rocking the Puerto Rican flag too, but yeah, that's another story altogether. But yeah, the popularity of Spider-Man over there and like having that, they were like, oh yeah, let's do mechs. Boom, cut the check. But yeah, I dug it. I dug it a lot. You know, the Battle J is like like as the name, it's called Battle J Fever. As this name implies, it feels like a fever dream. It feels like a fever dream of Super Sentai. But yeah, needless to say, fun stuff, fun for the children. That said, getting back into it, as far as these 60 years of all this goes, it basically says that Spider-Man has disappeared from New York, an intergalactic invader has arrived on Ultraman's doorstep, and the kaiju of Earth are acting even more mysteriously than usual. This can only mean one thing. It's time for Ultraman to meet the Avengers. I don't know why that means that, but yeah. But what cosmic threat is great enough to require a team-up of Marvel's mightiest champions and Japan's greatest hero? Find out as Shin meets Sam, Spatium Ray meets Repulsor Ray, and Thwip meets Schwatch in the epic crossover event.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you have that, Mr. Corellas. That's all.
Well, here's the good news. Here's the good news about this. Kyle Higgins is going to be involved on this. So it's gonna be Kyle Higgins.
Of course he is.
Yeah, well, I mean, duh. Dude, that's fucking tokusatsu shit. Of course he's involved.
Of course he is.
To the surprise of no one.
Goddamn soul, not one.
To the surprise of no one, he is involved. Also, the writer who is probably mostly known for his turn at Power Rangers over at Boom Studios, Matt Groom, is also going to be writing this, co-writing this with Kyle Higgins. So that's good news. That's good news. And we're also going to get Francesco Mana as the artist for this, which I think is actually a good get because Francesco Mana is a ridiculously good artist. And if you do not believe me, I'm going to pull up just a couple of things because I feel like, you know, I gotta show you. Here, let's see if we can pull up some good shit. Actually, yeah, right here. Here's some recent-ish from him right here. Bam. Let's take that. Yeah, there you go. There is one of his recent Predators right here. Really good shit. Let's go ahead and give that a like while we're here. You know, may as well. We've also got here. Let's scroll down a little bit more. Oh, here's a nice little Venom and Carnage that he cooked up. So I mean, let's go ahead and keep it a buck. This book is gonna look good. It's probably gonna be very well written. Matt Groom and Kyle Higgins are great writers. Individual of each other. Together is gonna. I mean, it could probably form Voltron for all we know. It's like just a couple of different looks, yeah. This book's gonna be. It's gonna be a pretty ass book. Let's just go ahead and just say that it's gonna be a pretty ass book. That said, let's take a look at because there's nothing else there as far as that's gonna go. Carter, do you have a recommendation for this week?
Yes, I recommend people do what I've been doing recently because a lot of you all know that I've been doing a little bit of insight and looking into 2000 AD. I actually just got this bad boy. I got this bad boy in the mail this week. This only came out in the UK, and I had to pull an Ernie and go on eBay to spend a very dumb amount of money on getting this bad boy. But I'm one of the few that have this in the States. This hardcover is literally, for everyone that doesn't know, the Dread movie with Carl Urban, they had a comic run. That comic run lasted 6 years. This has all 6 years worth of stories in here. I'm happy I found it. This is probably one of my grails right now. But I say all that to say I'm recommending you all try out something that you thinking about looking at, but haven't read yet. That's how I became a fan of Image. That's how I became a fan of fucking Valiant. That's how I became a fan of some stuff at Dark Horse. That's how I read those Disney villain comics. I just gave it a try and really enjoyed myself. So yeah, that's gonna be my recommendation to you guys this week is if there's something you've kind of been on the fence about, you don't know if you really want, read it. Try it out.
Highly advised.
Yeah, get something, try out something new.
For me, mine's gonna be pretty straightforward. Mine's gonna be very straightforward, if I'm being brutally honest. You know what I decided to do? I personally decided, just because, we were talking earlier about the Dynamite bundle.
Yeah.
The Humble Bundle deal. So it actually got me thinking. I was like, you know what? I've kind of been going down the rabbit hole of different Dynamite books as of late because I've been talking to a lot of their people. We've been working on some of the properties, and I ended up like saying, you know what? Let me dig into some of this Vampirella. Let me dig into some Vampirella. I have never read really much, if any, Vampirella, A Day in My Life. It was not really a thing for me on any major level, not because I was just better than everybody else, but it was largely because I just didn't really know what the fuck Vampirella was. Like, I mean, I knew who she was. She was always the girl in the skimpy bikini. She was always the girl in the itty bitty teeny weeny bikini in the comic shops. Whenever I go into the comic shops, and it would be like, oh hey, there's posters everywhere. Oh shit, Vampirella. Like that was who Vampirella was to me. She wasn't the, I don't know, what's the best way to put it? Yeah, that was basically it. Yeah, she wasn't like an icon or anything like that. I mean, I knew she was important. I knew she was important to somebody. And I just never really went any further than that. That was pretty much the end of it for me. But I actually, when going through that Humble Bundle, I actually ended up kind of jumping back through some of the because one of the things that's actually in there is the Vampirella. It's a Vampirella Volume 1 Omnibus. That's basically like the early years. It's pretty much everything from from when they actually like completely kicked off the whole thing. And there's some really good stuff in there. Matter of fact, I'm trying to remember who was it that was actually on this. It was Eric Troutman, I believe it was actually the writer on this. And to kind of give you an idea, this was like I think this was actually like the first issue. But like, yeah, it looks like a titty comic, and it's actually not. There's actually a story behind them titties, for lack of a better way to put it. Like, this particular iteration of Vampirella is actually kind of a little bit of a redo. Like, she has like some different origins and things of that nature out there. But when they relaunched her at Dynamite, they kind of got her back on the Draculon tip, and it was pretty good stuff. It's actually pretty good stuff. You actually get to see a Vampirella that is actually a bit more clothed than what the cover might have you believe. And you actually get to see her like, because at the time, I think when this came out, I believe it was like early aughts, maybe late 90s. It was kind of like when Buffy was still like pretty popular. You actually get to see Vampirella being a bit more like a Buffy Summers from like the old TV show. Not like in terms of how she talks or how she acts, but like it's the type of thing. Actually, I take that back. I take away the Buffiness of it. Almost more like an angel. Like, you remember how like we would watch like the first couple of seasons of Angel, vampires would be out doing like random vampire shit, and then Angel just kind of shows up and just starts breaking folks off. That's basically what Vampirella was doing then. It was kind of like almost the same thing. I'm actually shocked they didn't get Joss Whedon to write Vampirella at this time frame. But yeah, like I said, it's not the titty comic that you might think it is. It's not just about Vampirella running around in a skimpy costume. It actually has a story to tell. But that said, that was and I forgot to change the thing, but it doesn't really matter. That was our recommendations for the week. But now we're also getting our questions from the Discord. We got our questions from the Discord here.
All right. First question we got is from JWR 2.0. Happy Saturday, Ernie and Carter. Hope you all enjoy your Memorial Day weekend. I shall. I'm excited for the return of my adventures with Superman tonight. It's so refreshing to see Superman be a traditional heroic Boy Scout again. And it's nice seeing new fans discover the character's appeal after years of being butchered by Zack Snyder. I actually think Superman was one of the good things about his shit. My question is this. At what point do you feel the evil Superman trope became overdone and lost its novelty?
Not gonna lie.
If you say injustice, I swear to God.
That's kind of actually what I'm thinking. Okay, so okay, here's the thing. I feel like if you make Superman evil, you've lost the point. Like, and I get it, like it's supposed to be like an alternate take, an alternate world, alternate reality, or whatever, this, that, and the third. But I feel like just there's other ways to make Superman interesting than make him the bad guy. Or like also when you think about it too, like it's like, dude, that was such a specific set of circumstances, and yet I can poke holes into why like it shouldn't even have worked. Talking about how Superman became evil in Injustice, the whole stuff with like the joke. I was like, okay. I was like, y'all literally had to create a story arc that was so convoluted that like you hoped no one would poke holes in it. And all you did was create something that holes can be poked in. Is my like I don't find evil like okay, you know why I don't find evil Superman compelling in Injustice, and why I think Injustice is completely, well, it's a fun game and it's a fun comic, it just doesn't do everything for me. Because we already got Crime Syndicate Superman. We got Ultraman.
Mm-hmm.
That show evil Superman. We've already been here before. This is like Injustice Superman was literally taking them leftovers from Crime Syndicate universe and just reheating them bad boys. And instead of calling it meatloaf, you said it's loaf meat. Y'all have fun with that.
First of all, that is the nastiest shit I have ever heard in my life. And I think Totalitarian, he done finally just snapped and just had enough to where I'm going to physically hold y'all asses away from each other, Superman. Mm-hmm. The Injustice Superman worked. I think it lost well before that, honestly. But I don't want to disrespect Mark Waid. When it lost it to me, The Boys.
That's fair. That's fair.
It became overdone with The Boys. Comic, mind you. I don't want anybody trying to turn my fucking head off. The comic is when it became overdone and it lost it. Because Garth Ennis went way too far out in the fucking weeds for it. But all right. Trap got Thanos with the next question in the Discord. What's up, Blerd? Carter, do you guys think DC is getting left behind in terms of hype? The Energon universe and the new Ultimate universe seem to be where all the hype is currently, with Transformers and all the Ultimate titles selling out and topping the charts. DC seems to have no answer to these things so far. I think the Milestone relaunch could have been, but DC fucked that up, just like Brian Hitch will fuck up y'all hairline if these likes don't go up. That dastardly fucking Brian Hitch. I know DC is allegedly doing their own type of Ultimate universe, but I don't think it's going to make the waves they think it will. I don't need to do their own Ultimate universe. Just do a better version of the futuristic shit with Batman Beyond, in my opinion.
Well, yeah, but that thing that we saw, I think it was like maybe a few weeks ago that they're doing.
Yeah, I know yeah. But do you think that DC is getting left behind in terms of hype?
I do, because like I don't hear anyone talking about absolute power. Like nobody cares. At least not as many people as they probably want. I don't care. And honestly, like right now, the only DC books that I'm really just terribly concerned about are like Wonder Woman, Superman. I'm not even really on Batman anymore. I'm just kind of like, yeah.
It's just a Penguin for me, big dog. That's
Yeah.
crazy. Anything that I'm buying recently, if it's DC stuff, it's older shit. Snyder Batman, Tomasi Batman and Robin. I just saw the Grant Morrison Superman omnibus in the shop this week for like $40. So just see, it's the older shit. Ooh, Lord.
Ooh.
That is every question.
Yeah, that's every question in Discord.
So we can you can do a speed run of the chat if you want, because I know you got somewhere to be. My guy.
Yeah, I most certainly do. Let's see here. Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing. I personally, I am just, I am over. I am over the whole like, hey, let's relaunch the universe over and over and over again. Let's relaunch the universe every 5 to 10 years, type of thing. And right now, the only thing DC can do for me is just, man, try and come up with something. Like honestly, at this point, you keep going back to the well with those same old tired ass fucking mainstay heroes. Start giving somebody else some books. Take a chance. I don't know if Blue Beetle is paying off. I don't know if War Journal is paying off, because I haven't seen the numbers on it. But like, all I can say is like, man, I'm gonna need y'all to do something different. To like Wonder Woman is like is kind of like the thing where I'm like, you know what, this is cool, but like everything else, I'm just kind of like, man, I would just like to see y'all, like, man, bring back the Terrifics. Like, do that. Like, you really want to, like, fuck some people's heads up? Bring back the Terrifics. Like, that would be.
Speaking of, Strange Adventures hardcover was in the bargain bin. I thought about you because Mr. Terrific, that conversation we had last week. It is, I think it's in the bargain bin for like a hot 20.
Okay then. Might have to take a look.
I'm going back over there literally after the show's done. I'll text you.
A bet. Let's move on to our next thing here. We've got, man, look at this.
I feel like we answered that question.
Which one? Do you think someone told Triple H about your start time and decided to come after the cave for Saudi Arabia?
Oh, they're doing that again this weekend. I didn't know that. Yeah,
they're getting that Saudi money. Yeah, I forgot about that. I actually forgot they were doing it. Yeah. I wonder what's the card looking like. Let me see what the card's looking like. WWE Premium Live event.
And King and Queen of the Ring. I didn't know
that's what it is. Yeah, King and Queen of the Ring. Yep.
Oh.
I'm a little interested.
And they've already. I type in WWE and I'm seeing 4 spoilers. I didn't even know the pay-per-view was happening right now.
Bruh. Yeah, no.
And WWE themselves posted.
Oh, yeah, because I just saw who won the Queen. And
I just saw who the new women's champ is.
Oh, wow. Man, they out here. They are really out here. Oh, let me go. I'm going down the list because I like it. Here's the thing. I don't care about spoilers for wrestling, so like I'm just kind of like, yeah, whatever. I think the only thing they haven't put up yet, the WWE Championship match, I don't think is finished yet. But I see who won everything else. Yep. So okay, yeah.
I'm gonna need you to do me a favor though before you go.
Whoa.
I'm gonna need you to use your milestone connects.
Okay.
I'm gonna need somebody to tell me something about Icon and Rocket season 2. I'm gonna need that info about you.
Man, look,
because that's literally, honest to God, out of everything from Milestone, that is literally all I want right now.
Well, I can't.
Boy, oh, you already got that though. Never mind.
What's up?
I was gonna say I saw that hardware hardcover in that bargain bin.
Yeah, I got it.
But you already got. You already
I got it. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna need you to shake some trees real quick. Icon and Rocket season 2.
They're like, hey,
like,
can we get an update?
like for real. Like,
I don't know what is like. Honestly, I don't know what's going on with Milestone Media right now. Like, because I feel like no news is not good news. Lately, I feel like no news is not good news in this case. I feel like we are kind of not. We're not hearing anything. We don't know anything. I don't think they had posted anything on social media since. Yeah, matter of fact, here they haven't posted anything on social media since March. Yeah, and it's like, dude, it has been radios. So it has been radio silence for about a year, and I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that. It has been radio silence for over a year. And they went from posting like every fucking day to nothing for like over a year.
Nasty work.
I do not. I repeat, I do not appreciate this. Not even a little bit. So I think we need to get some word out. I'll reach out. I'll reach out and see what I can find out. But man, I don't know if I'm gonna like the answer that I'm gonna get. I mean, I know one of the answers. Like, I know. I don't know if
you can't talk about that one, though.
Yeah, I can't talk about that one. No, not at all.
Yeah.
I don't know about anything else. I do know about one thing, but I cannot say anything about it because
You're gonna get pep sprayed. Wait, real quick, because I see Jasmine in the chat is saying Icon and Rocket season 2 and an OG Icon omnibus. Is the Icon stuff in those milestone compendiums?
Yes.
Okay, well there you go. You can just buy the milestone compendiums.
So here's what they're also doing. They're also releasing trades of the original stuff by itself.
Got you.
Because I think Icon has like 1 or 2 or 3 out by now. I think Hardware, maybe Static. But I do wish they would release just one big ass omnibus. That would, to me, that would be the best. That would be the best for me, just for me. We have also got Jonathan Stewart here with the question: is Brood versus Xenomorph, who wins, or do we end up with a hybrid that kills the universe? Yeah, you end up with a hybrid that kills the universe. Because I mean, here's the thing: the Brood are basically Xenomorphs with just more shit, with more bonuses. The Xenomorphs, when they infest, or they like impregnate a host, with their embryos, that host then gives birth to a new xenomorph that carries the features of the host, which is why the xenomorphs kind of have more of a human body, as opposed to, say, like the Alien 3 xenomorph is often referred to as the dog alien and walked on all fours more often because it came from a dog. So yeah, that's kind of that is a thing. And if you've seen the, Aliens versus Predator, Requiem, where the Pred alien shows up, that's why that happened. It's because
I saw that movie in theaters.
I did too. It's a movie that I think is incredibly dumb, but I do actually enjoy it because of how dumb it is. That said, I would almost have to give it to the Brood by default because they're more intelligent. Which also, I mean, you could make a case saying Xenomorphs are less intelligent, so that means maybe they would stand a better chance and maybe get one over on the Brood. But the Brood literally eat off the plate of the Xenomorph, so they kind of already know the game.
Yeah.
Like when the Brood impregnates somebody with their embryos, that person turns into a Brood too.
That man can't crawl.
Yeah, so I mean, it's one of those things. I think the Brood are just way more effective. I think it would just be the Brood would. I mean, if I were to write it, the Brood would win in a landslide. But if it was me writing it, let's see here. I'm looking. Don't really see any more. I think that was the last question I actually see that has question in front of it.
Well, look at you. You get to dip out and handle your business because you finna be a fucking
Yeah.
zombie today.
Yeah, man. It is a... Whew! Lord. I mean, I'm happy to do, like, things. I don't want anybody to think that I'm like, oh my God, I don't want to. No, I want to do it. It's not that. It's not that. It's just that, yeah, oh, wait, nope, never mind. Here's a good one. Why does it seem the DC hits with its Elseworld titles versus Marvel's What If titles? Is it because DC writers have the freedom to push the boundaries with their characters and art? Yes, that is precisely the answer. That is exactly why. It is very much a matter of being allowed to play with toys in the toy box and being allowed to break them. Like, it's okay to break the toys. It's like, oh, it's okay. We'll put them back together. Or, maybe because they bought an extra copy of the toy, whatever. Whatever analogy you want to use. But, yeah, no, I think that it is definitely... and I think Marvel What If, well, it's not bad. Don't get me wrong. Marvel What If is fantastic. Oh, my God.
Thank you, Joel.
For real.
With the video.
Man.
He just wanted to say peace to his favorite Blerds. Love watching every Saturday. P.S. Blue Marvel will be in the MCU. Don't get my hopes up like that. I will get a Starbucks barista to key your car with a butter knife. Stop it.
God, that was hyper specific.
Leave me alone.
I mean, okay, so I'm gonna tell you what happened. Yeah, I don't want to get my hopes up either. I mean, I want Blue Marvel to be in the MCU. I'm just worried that it's not going to happen anytime terribly soon. Yeah. That said, I think
we're done.
Well, no, I was about to say that I think that when it comes down to it, the issue with that is it kind of reminds me of something I saw somebody post on Twitter that got me really excited. They took the you know how like From the Ashes. They've been doing these like teasers, like, like we got like this one here. Hold up. There it is. Like this one here for Storm. By the way, shout out to the homie Moreira getting this one. But they did this whole thing where they took this image, but they replaced it with Dazzler. Or not Dazzler, but Cloak and Dagger. I don't know why I said Dazzler. Maybe because I'm looking at a Dazzler picture right now. But anyway, they replaced it. Actually, I even saved it. They turned it into this. Now, this is a almost decent Photoshop job. Almost. But because I do a lot of Photoshop, and I know what to look for, the first thing I looked at... Huh?
He can smell the fuckery afoot.
Oh, yeah, no, because when I saw somebody post this shit, first off, the first thing I did is I went to Marvel Entertainment's Twitter to see if they posted it. Yeah. They did not. Second thing I did is I went to Tom Brevoort's Twitter to see if he posted anything. No. Or any like social media sites. It was like nobody else was talking about it except for in this one place. And then I took a longer look at the image, and you can kind of see it here. You see that? You see that there's a little line right here. And it's because they took the other pictures and just kind of changed the color on some other things. Like they went back and just kind of changed the color on a couple of items. Because pretty much these all of the different From the Ashes deals, they all more or less say this. And the reason why I used the Storm one is because the Storm has the exact same one. He just went back and changed the colors on this. But as you notice, if you look here, this image doesn't have that weird cutoff right here, as does this image. As this image does. So yeah, I get really I saw a lot of people getting their hopes up, and I was like, no, not happening.
Yeah.
Didn't bother to smooth out. Nope. They did not. You see, yep, yeah, exactly. That image came from somewhere. That image came from somewhere else. So yeah, this was a fake. This was 100% a fake to the letter. So yeah, that's kind of why I just am like, whatever. That said, we got another one here. Actually got two here. I'm gonna roll the dice on this one. Let's see. Yeah, we'll do this one because it kind of keeps in line with what we were talking about earlier. This is from G Martinez Max's question. Zamir, has DC Comics just stopped making new characters? Because Marvel seems to be cranking out new intellectual properties and new characters out of the emptiness. So the thing is, DC is making new characters. It's just that nobody's reading them. Well, let me not say that. People are reading them. It's just that they're not getting read on that level. Because there was a new book that came out last year, I believe it were. I do not remember the name of it to save my fucking life, though. Man, that's actually gonna hurt my feelings. I don't remember the name of that book. Spirit World. Spirit World. There was also another one too that they came out with. And I think both of these actually focus on Asian characters, which makes me even more sad that like people aren't reading it like, you know, maybe they should. I mean, I will also say, The Vigil. I think that was the other one. The Vigil. That was the other book. But the thing is, like, these books, they don't really resonate with like core audiences because, well, for one, DC doesn't really do a good job of telling people that these books exist. And also, it's not to say that the books are bad, but it's just that they don't grab me the way that I would have liked. And here's also the other issue, and I tell people this all the time. Someone on Twitter asked me the other day about something that happened with Spider-Gwen recently, and I had to be honest. I was like, I read so many comics, I have no clue what the fuck you're talking about. Like, I read so many comics in a given week that like I knew Spider-Gwen came out, but I didn't read it. Like it just didn't make it to the stack on time. So I mean, and it's not like I'm not reading it because I don't want to. It's just man, like I said, I read a lot of shit.
Yeah.
And then I guess we got another here. Y2 Noob says, question, what are your thoughts on Power Rangers versus Godzilla comics? I'm okay with them. Actually, the thing with them is that, and this is just kind of par for the course of versus comics, you're going to eventually reach a point where all parties kind of have to, it's less of versus and more all parties kind of have to eventually get on the same side. Not all the time, but I have wondered about that a great deal. I haven't really been keeping up with this latest crop as much as I probably would have liked, but the idea of Power Rangers and Godzilla kind of being neck and neck with one another, it probably would hit better for me if it was Super Sentai versus Godzilla. Like, I don't know. It is what it is on that one. No one wins. No one wins on that one for me. And then we'll do another one, if there is another one, real quick, which I don't think there is, at least not one that isn't from somebody that's already asked one. And I will say this, back to Jasmine's comment from earlier about the trades. Here's the thing. DC doesn't advertise it. Milestone doesn't even really do a good job of advertising it. And the only reason I know about it is because when I was looking for the third compendium of Milestone on Amazon, that's how I found out about it. The secrets they keep from us. Hate to see it. Hate to see it, though. Hate to see it. Anyway, wait. We got one from Jonathan Schwinn. That'll actually take us out. This question: how do you feel about the upcoming / announced movie for The Authority? I mean, I can summarize this pretty briefly. Yes, do it. If you want to separate the DCU from the DCEU, do different shit. I don't know if this will be the Authority the way that, maybe some of us might remember the Authority. And I think, Carter, you probably have the same reservations that I do in that regard. But I hope that it's good. I hope that we get to see, like, honestly, for me, it's not even really about the Authority. I'm more interested in seeing Midnighter and Apollo, mostly because I'm curious as to whether or not Warner Brothers has the balls, the brass balls, the cojones, the intestinal fortitude to make a movie starring a gay couple that are pretty much an analog for Batman and Superman. Curious to see if they are willing to go the distance. And if they go the distance, I'll be happy. If they don't go the distance, I will be sorely disappointed. In case anyone is wondering my thoughts on that part of it. Like, I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is. I need them. Look, here's the thing. And I want to make sure I'm clear when I say this. I don't want to see no grandma pecs like I saw in Eternals. You know, the ones that got Tyrone Magnus all heated. Y'all remember the grandma kiss that Paperboy had with his husband in Eternals, where it was just like little peck. It's how you kiss your grandma when she in the hospital. It was one of those. Like, I was like, damn. I was like, dude, you kissing your husband like you scared you gonna catch some cooties or some shit. Like I was like, damn, man. Like the way that they kissed each other, it was like the type of kiss that me and my wife give each other when we're sick. And I was like, yeah, it was like a church kiss. Look, if you gonna put Midnight or Apollo in this, I want to see them motherfuckers locking lips. Locking lips. Not because I have a homosexual bone in my body, but just because I don't like seeing queer representation half-assed. Because to me, half-assed queer representation, to me, is more bland than half-assed heterosexual representation, because it lets me know you're trying something, but you're not really trying to do something. If you're going to do it, fucking do it. Stand by your guns, or in this case, your James guns. Stand by your guns, fucking do the thing. Otherwise, if you're not going to let them be a real couple, don't fucking put them in the movie. Because all you're going to do is you're just going to be giving us a half-ass representation of who they are as people. You know what I'm saying? Like, it would be a miscarriage of creativity. Just saying. Anyway, Carter, do you have any thoughts on that?
Nope.
This man. Anyway, well, I guess that's it. I'm going to say, give me about 30 some odd minutes, and I will be back to play some Forky Knife. I'll be playing some Fortnite with the Actor Bat, who is awesome. And matter of fact, I will say, just for the shits and giggles, let me see if I can pull this up without like causing a litany of things to start making noise. Here, I'm gonna put this in the chat. I'm gonna put this in the chat for this and on the Twitch side. Here, go follow the Actor Bat over on TikTok. There we go. And then I'm gonna drop that in there. Don't worry, it's coming over to the YouTube side. I just did the Twitch side first because it was literally directly in front of me. Here we go. And then we will... Bam. There you go. There's that right there too. There you go. Look at that. Look at it. Go follow her. She is awesome. She's hilarious. She mostly does like more skits and kind of stuff like that. She's pretty big on TikTok, and like I actually was pretty happy to be paired up with her. So I'm looking forward to this. This is gonna be fun. It's gonna be funny because I don't think anyone's really gonna be taking this like super sweaty seriously, but I feel like we'll probably be two of the people who are not taking this incredibly seriously at all. But anyway, that said, it's time to get up out of here. Carter, do you have anything that you want to announce before we dip?
No.
Then that's it then. So ladies, gentlemen, and MBs, thank you for your time. I hope I see you over on the next stream. I'll be dual streaming it on both here and Twitch as well. And hopefully everything goes well. We're going to be trying to raise some money for the Cancer Research Institute, and there will be Tiltify links and QR codes and a litany of other random BS. You'll be able to check it out, and it's going to be good, clean fun for everybody. I don't know how clean it's going to be because I curse. But that said, thank you all for your time. Thank you all for your love, your energy, and just being incredibly just awesome people. Just being awesome people. That's what we love to see. We're going to get out of here. We'll see y'all next time for Carter Presents. I am the Blerd Without Fear. Oh, man. And you know what? I haven't gotten to say this all week. But I kind of want to see if I can get away with it. Marjorie Taylor Greene! With your bleached, blonde, bad-built butch body. You can go to hell.